This is an interview that I have wanted to have with Andrew Spellman, big cheese over there at Victorinox. Andrew, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk about SuccessFit.
Absolutely, Jeff. Anytime.
Right. So in these interviews that we're doing, we want to talk about fitness as it relates to business success, and we want to thank the Free Promoters Platinum suppliers who help make everything we do possible. That's Snugs USA and Warwick Publishing. Those are great companies. And in your case, I've really wanted to do this because you do this thing, the Tough Mudder, with electrical wires that come down and you're going through mud. You got to tell us now. You're an executive. I look at you here. You look normal, but obviously something a little shock in the brain. What would you like to share about that?
Well, the first thing that I want to do. Hold on. Let me put my try and get my phone off. I want to thank you first for a great event at PPAI. So just a little quick plug for you, for all of us SuccessFit people or people that are interested in fitness at all, to be able to come out on a day where we're all having a great time, entertaining customers, and run 3.1 miles down the strip. Congratulations. I only think it's going to grow from there. I think we had a great turnout of about 45 to 50 people, and I'm really excited to see where it goes from there. So congratulations to you on putting that together. So let's talk about Tough Mudder. Tough Mudder was something that I've gotten some emails on. I've done a handful of half marathons. And here in St. Louis, every year there's kind of two main half marathons. There's one in April, and then there's one later in the year. And I was kind of in that mode a couple years ago of participating in those, trying to improve my time. And then all of a sudden, I'm at my gym, and I'm talking to a guy that I just kind of know pretty casually around in the gym. And he says, yeah, we're doing Tough Mudder in about a week and a half. And I'm like, really? I go, I've always kind of wanted to do one of those. I mean, you see it's just, you read about them in Men's Health, Men's Journal, those kind of magazines.
And Psychiatry Today, or no? Just kidding. Is that a magazine? I don't know.
They should be in there. we got to see about that screw loose from all of us that are in there. But it was something that just kind of intrigued me, and it's as unbelievably the growth of half marathons. I mean, I don't have the facts and figures, but the participation in half marathons is at an all-time high, and the number of people who finish those is unbelievable. Well, now you've got these, extreme, mudders, mud runs, color runs, all these kinds. So everybody's kind of competing out there in the fitness world to get you to do their event. And this Tough Mudder came out. It's a lot of the different obstacles have I don't know how successful the British have ever been in war, but their military background training is kind of some of the core base for some of the obstacles. And I just said it'd be a cool challenge. So about a week out, I talked to this guy and I said, yep, I'm in. I'll do it. Well, I'll tell you what, the neatest thing about it and what they really profess, you go to their website, which is toughmudder.com, and I don't get paid a thing from them, but I pay them money to participate.
Yeah.
Again, pay to get shocked. Crazy. But, it is a blast. And the whole thing that they preach, and even during the event they preach, is to try and make sure that you take care of one another. It's not about a time. Although there's certain people that, fly by me as if I'm standing still. It's really the camaraderie. It's the brother and sisterhood. Our first time out, there was a couple people that had people bail out that were too chicken to do it, and just the assistance that everybody gave. Everybody goes out in waves. So you're at 8:00, then you may be at 8:20, then so you're kind of in your group, And so it's really cool how people have to help one another get through some of them. Just there's no physical way unless you're Superman. And have flying skills that you can get through these things without a little bit of help. And so just kind of that brotherhood was what was cool. Now, the shocking thing sucks.
Let's not sugarcoat it.
There was two obstacles that first year that had electroshock therapy that happens. And when you get zapped, it doesn't feel good. but it's so fun and you get through it pretty quick. I mean, it's kind of like a roller coaster ride, and even faster than that. There's no roller coaster ride that lasts forever. You could do the loop-de-loop, you get through it. But it's all about running about 10 to 12 miles, doing about 20 pretty extreme obstacles, everything from, mega monkey bars to jumping off a 20-foot plank into water. So you're trying to constantly overcome your fears. Your fear of heights, you got to jump out of from 20 feet up. You've got a fear of the dark. You've got to crawl in a tunnel for 30, 40 yards. With no light at all. And then certainly going through some shocking, some electrical shock cords. And, it didn't help that I went online and tried to do a little research before I did the event the first time.
Ignorance is bliss. I think that's a good thing, yeah.
Oh, ignorance is bliss, because there was one guy, and there was a big video on it. I don't know how many views it had on YouTube, but they have somebody standing to the side of the electric shock therapy with a big wooden pole to pull the knots out of them. Well, he missed this knot, and as this guy ran through, not only did he get shocked, but he got caught on the neck going through at full speed, and it flipped him over backwards upon his exit to the finish. But what's our industry all about? Having fun, having a cocktail. It's a lot easier to get through that electroshock therapy when you've got Dos Equis sitting on a table calling your name that you have. It's always the last obstacle, and calling your name at the end.
So one thing you that I want to come back to that you shared, which I think is really relevant to what we're trying to do with SuccessFit, is the idea of us helping one another, this camaraderie, and this came up with what happened at SuccessFit at the expo, the camaraderie, the connection there, and that's what we're trying to do and are doing with the free promo tips SuccessFit group on Facebook. So I'd invite anybody to pop in there and share their stories, whatever they're doing for fun away from the office. But that's really what I think is so cool about what we're doing here, and what the lessons that we can learn from fitness and teamwork and our own physical, the things we go through is I'm encouraged by my Runners Lane group. I have a fused ankle. I started walking. Now I'm running. My wife did the half marathon, is training for the LA marathon. It's a long ways. Downtown LA to Santa Monica. We were calculating with my son. It's like, so how long will that take? A long time.
Yeah. You'll get there. And you're right. I think as SuccessFit builds, I saw some absolutely new faces that morning in Vegas. And, especially at 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning, we're not on our A game necessarily, but as you start to see familiar faces more and more, shaking a hand, introducing yourself, I think it's going to be neat. And that's what this is about. I mean, one of the things, obstacles is called Mount Everest. And as the day goes on, it gets muddier and muddier and harder it's a curved sheet of plastic that's about 25 feet high. So you start with the fastest running start you can get, and you do all you can, and basically it curves straight up, and you have to try and run up and get to the top. Well, early in the day, no mud, you can probably make it. An hour later, add mud, people are having to lay over the top and grab your arm as you lurch to try and get to their hand. 3 hours in, people are building a human pyramid at the bottom, and you're basically climbing over one another like leapfrog to try and climb up this thing, because there's no physical way with all the mud on this obstacle to get to the top. And you're just thanking your brother for helping you out.
Wow. So it's really a teamwork thing. Well, I know that people just wanted to meet the guy who likes to get shocked.
2 down and signed up for number 3 in October. So
wow.
Did it again last year. Did it 2 years ago again last year. And it's all fitness types. We probably one of the strongest guys at my gym, a trainer at my gym, participated, went with us in the group this year. Well, he's as strong as an ox, but his cardio isn't what it needs to be. And he certainly learned it that day. So
Right.
I'm a little faster in between the obstacles, but boy, was I happy to have him pushing my butt up and over some of these obstacles to help me. And that's what it's all about.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Andrew. Victorinox, just a great company. Super nice products. I mean, let's make no mistake about that. I appreciate getting some of the backpacks which we kill, and that's what I discovered at the expo. My son is like killing them, and I kill them with my camera and all that. Really, the quality of the stuff you guys have is great. So thanks for all you do in the industry, and of course, again, reaching out to our sponsors, our Platinum Free Promo Tips sponsors, Snugs USA and Warwick, and all the companies that make free promo tips possible. And we're looking forward to great things ahead, making this event at the expo bigger and better, and also with regional associations as well. We may be doing it in Long Beach at the SAC show and other places. So thanks for taking time out of your crazy day to share, and make it a great day.
You got it. Thanks, Jeff.